How are there two participants? Who is George Macaritz?
All right, so let me see. Maybe someone booked. Yes, someone joined.
As an attendee and not as a panelist.
Yeah, because it was last minute, I believe. Right.
Hi, Travis. Hi, George.
Hello.
Hello.
Great. We are waiting for a couple of other people to join, and then we'll start the webinar.
All right. So
Hi, can you hear me?
yes, hello, Travis.
Hi, sorry about that. I was just struggling with the sound.
It's all right. We can hear you. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so that it is easier. Show and share. All right. So as I see that more people are joining, which is good. Hello, Sini.
Hello, Juliette.
Nice to have you all with us. All right, so let's get started, and if more people join, they can catch up with us. So, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
All right,
Yes, perfect.
super. All right. Um, so so welcome all to this GAIA Lens session. Very excited to be doing this fifth session, in fact, today to discuss on GAIA Lens, to show you how it is, what it is, and so on. So today with me I have Shankaransh, which is our CEO and co-founder. Shankaransh, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, Juliette. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Very excited to be a part of this webinar. I think this is something exciting, a miniature version of our AI tool Gaia that we have launched for everyone. And this is our fifth session, and we already have a lot of people, a lot of companies, individuals using Gaia Lens. So we are hoping the same for you, and hoping that you will like this webinar and, of course, use Gaia Lens. Thank you.
Thank you, Shankaransh. So on my side, well, it's written. I'm the marketing manager here at Smart Radio. So you will hear, or maybe you have heard a lot from me already, either on emails or on LinkedIn messages. All right, let's get started. So Just before getting started with GAIA Lens, I just wanted to like set some rules. So here, like we like to keep the session very interactive. So that's why everyone is a panelist, because then you can all speak, turn on your cameras, because well, it's nice to see the faces of the people we discuss with. Because it's a very hands-on format, anyone is welcome to speak. If we are multiple to speak at the same time, maybe it's easier as well. So that's why we encourage to maybe raise a hand. Also, I will be sharing my screen throughout the whole webinar. So if ever you face an issue during the installation process and all, just tell us, and maybe you can also share your screen at that moment. Otherwise, if unfortunately you face connection issues, please just try to reconnect using the same link that you have received, and well, hopefully it won't happen. But anyway, very welcome to everyone, and let's get started. So first, we have a very simple question, but might not be as simple to answer. But what is GAIA Lens? So here I pass the mic to Shankaransh on this one.
Thanks, Juliette. Like a lens, you zoom in, right? So GAIA Lens is a lens that you put on top of any data, any solar or BESS data. And not only would you be able to zoom in, but it will also tell you what action you need to take. So when you zoom in, it will extract the correct information for you and tell you what actions to take. That's what GAIA Lens does. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Shankaransh. All right. So how is this webinar going to be structured? So first, well, we are going to install it on Google Chrome. So I hope that everyone has Google Chrome on their laptop. Don't hesitate to say so if it's not the case. Then we are going to install GAIA Lens together, check what is the current context, and then we are going to play with it. Then you will be able to open it on your monitoring platforms. We are going to do the same on our side. You will be able to chat with it, like ask questions, check out the analysis, and then we are going to show you how to change the context of GAIA Lens to make it more fit to what you exactly want to do with it. So first, I want to know, is everyone having like Google Chrome on their laptop or not? You can either directly chat like this, or put like a quick message in the chat itself to let us know. Yes, Osini, perfect. George as well. Do you have Chrome? Yes, great. Right. Well, Shinyere as well. Do you have Chrome installed already, or is it like or you need to install it? All right. Well, I'm going to start sharing you some files that you will need for the installation. So on the chat itself, I'm going to share with you two documents. The first one is a zip file that you need to download and store at a very specific place where you can find it again. And the second one is a step-by-step process. In case there is any issue, you are lost, or maybe if you want to install it a bit later, there is a step-by-step. Yes, Travis, perfect. You have it already installed. Nice. So on those, I let you download those two things, those two files, and then I'm going to change the screen sharing, and I'm going to install those at the same time as you, so that we are all on the same steps. All right. So now I am on Google Chrome. And I'm going to show you how to install. So first on Chrome, I click on those three dots right there. And once I found those, I go to extension right here. Then don't hesitate to stop or to interrupt me if I'm going too fast. I'm happy to slow down as well. Then once I'm on the extension, I go into manage extensions, where I can see that I already have like couple extensions already there. Then here, as you can see, I had the developer mode already activated. So, well, you have to keep it on. If it was turned off, you have to put it on to toggle it on in order to see the button load unpacked on the far left side. So once you see this button, well, first I want to ask, is everyone like following, or do I need to slow down a bit? George, Useni, or Shinyehe, is it okay for you, or do you need some time?
Yes, for me it's okay. I have already installed it.
Oh,
Yes, I already have it on my Google Chrome.
perfect. That's nice.
Yes.
Good to know. George, do you have any feedback on the process so far?
No, it is fine up to now. I'm waiting the next steps.
All right. Okay. So then you have to click on load unpacked and then see the zip file that I had. Then you have to unzip it. So once you unzip it, it looks like a regular file that you have to select as a whole. And just like this, it becomes GAIA Lens here. So now I have to put some details into this extensions. So I go into details. I scroll down a bit so that I can see the extension options. And I have to click on this directly so that it opens this new tab where I have to enter two different informations. So these two informations, I will find them on the PDF, the step-by-step PDF that I shared with you. So if you scroll on the step-by-step process, you will find the URL. And for the user key, the API key, this is the email address you have used to register for this GAIA Lens session. So here for me, it's my professional email address. If you use your professional email address to register for the session, make sure to use the same to register to GAIA Lens itself. So then I save it. I can close this tab, and then I reload GAIA Lens at the very top. And now I can see, I can ping it as well. And I can also close this tab. Is it okay to now, as everyone succeeded into the installation?
Hi, Juliette. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I had a little network challenge. So I am just on Google Chrome, and
Okay.
I've activated my developer mode, and I'm not sure. Should I search for GAIA extension?
So once you have like activated the developer mode, then
Yeah.
click on Load Unpacked on the left,
Okay, I see it.
and then you go into you have to unzip the file that I have shared,
Okay.
and then you select the whole file. You don't open a specific folder you select the whole
Okay.
thing. And once it's selected, then it will show like this on your Chrome extensions.
Okay. I will do that in a minute. Sorry.
All right,
We can go on.
perfect. All right. So now let's get started and let's try the tool. Now that we are all have it, or will soon all have it, let's open GAIA Lens directly. So now, as you can see, it shows as a chatbot where I can discuss with the tool. Up. I can discuss with it on like the monitoring software I am with. For like Smartilio, we have developed our own monitoring software, which is Autopilot. But as we are using Google Chrome, if you are using Fusion Solar, VCOM from Meteor Control, Synaptic, SolarEdge, any monitoring software, it works on it. So that's the very power of this tool.
Exactly. So it's like, right now this tool, when you install on your Google Chrome and you open your solar or BESS monitoring portal, it reads that page, even if you scroll down, there's more content on that page. It just it doesn't matter where you are on that page, it will read that entire page for you. That's number one. The other thing we need to be cognizant about is GAIA Lens, that this mini tool version that we have only reads and interprets the content of that page. Yeah. For example, we have a tab called cleaning schedule, right? But that tab is not open. So it won't go inside that tab and extract information strictly to the page we are on. Okay. So that's one thing when you use GAIA Lens, please be aware of. Second, I think what's very important for you to know is once you're using GAIA Lens, it has some default context, right? Juliette, what is the default context right now?
So right now it's PV plant diagnostic analyst.
All right, perfect. So just so you know that there's a way we can change the context, but this context is extremely important. So, like our CTO explains it, and I love this explanation. Building an agent is like building the brain. You wire everything up, and the brain is ready. Now it depends what you feed the brain with. Yeah. So this context is feeding that brain with a certain reference, based on which that agent is gonna act. And if you would see, right now we have trained this brain to act like a solar PV diagnostics analyst. Yeah. So as a solar PV like performance person, what do? We try to understand the anomalies, and we try to understand where the plant is not performing well, why it is not performing well, what could be the reason it's not performing well, all of that. Yeah. So that's the context we have given it. That look, you're going to look at faults, you're going to look at some raw data, maybe you look at some patterns, heat maps. We try to give it as detailed context as possible. And then we told that, look, if you're looking at faults, this is what you need to do. If you're looking at a heat map or a raw data pattern, this is what you need to do. Yeah. So setting the context is extremely important. Good news is we will give you two preset context, that you can play with. But what you can also do is come here and put your own context. Yeah. And try to just rewire that brain into telling you something else. So that's context is one thing. Any questions on the context? Okay. But if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand. Okay. Now the other important thing is the knowledge base, yeah, where Juliette has her cursor. We have given a context, but we have also given a knowledge base of the entire smart Helio knowledge base. Yeah. What does that mean? Is, it's like a new performance engineer joining your office, but they have prior experience. Yeah. But when they come to, so they have prior experience, right? That's the knowledge base we are talking about. Context is like telling them how things are done in your company, right? So if someone doesn't have that knowledge base, could be a smart person with a context, but won't be as fast as and accurate. Yeah. So that's why you can also play with keeping the smart hidden knowledge base on and off, just to see that how much difference knowledge base creates on these agents. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Juliette. I think we are already halfway through the webinar. The good thing is that everyone has downloaded GAIA Lens. And what we can do is we'll show you a sample. I'm pretty sure you guys might have already started to ask questions, but maybe Juliette, we can ask that. Summarize this page for me.
So I know that Travis, you have been playing a bit with the tool. I wanted to know what is your feedback on it. Like, what kind of questions you asked? Was it like valuable on the cases that you've tried and all?
Yeah, I was just using it very simply. I used it on a couple of residential systems, so on a SunSync system and on a GoodWe system that I have at home. And I was very impressed with it. I did realize that it does only take into account the page that you are exploring. Not basically, if you're looking just at the daily production, it will comment on the daily production. Obviously not on any historical kind of values. But I've been very impressed with it. I mean, I went through that specific site before, and I know what needs to be done, and it's not necessarily a problem, but to make it more efficient, to get a higher yield, we basically need to add a little bit more storage. And the tool got to that exact same conclusion and got to the same amount of storage that I needed to add as well. So, yeah, I've been very impressed with it. I haven't tried it on any big commercial sites. I'm very excited to try it on a 5 megawatt site. I'm quite interested to see what it can pull, but I'm very interested in seeing what it can do, just to kind of get an overall high level indication on how the plant is performing. So I'm very interested to try that on one of the big CNI sites. But I'm only going to get those login details in the next day or two. But from what I've tried on it on a residential scale, I've been very impressed with it.
All right.
And I'm trying to kind of understand and see how I can really integrate it into my business. But I've already kind of reached out to a customer to say, well, because I'm trying to bid for the O&M of that plant, is to say, please send me the sign-in details for SunGrow. It's a SunGrow system, and basically free of charge, I can do a quick preliminary high-level report on the performance of the plant to try kind of, to try get in there, and because it's so kind of easy and quick to do, I don't need to charge the customer. So it's something I'm kind of offering them just free of charge. Let's just do a high level report, just as an introduction so we can kind of see where we're at. So, yeah, that's where I'm kind of looking at it at the moment. And I've been very impressed with it.
Right. Very nice. Thank you for this feedback.
Yeah, that's very exciting, and Travis, thanks for sharing that, because it's also very encouraging for our team to be able to create something that's adding value. So very, very happy to hear that. Yeah, but do try on the CNI plant. More information, more complexity. That if you do it manually,
I'm just
it's gonna
waiting
take
for
more time.
access.
Okay.
I'm very excited to try.
All right, perfect. Awesome. Let's see here, Juliette.
So maybe I can just ask you one
just to
more
set the
question, and I don't mean to throw yours. Sorry, just if I may ask a question quickly. So I know you integrate with AMP software, their monitoring software. So I don't have the plants on AMP yet, but the question is would that even be able to look at the performance through the AMP monitoring profile, and also take into account irradiation and things like that?
So at this point, GAIA Lens particularly, it doesn't care which integration, which API, which dashboard you are on. Okay. It's simply, currently we are on autopilot. I can go to Fusion Solar, I can go to Synaptic, I can go to AMP. As long as that's visible on my browser, it will take that any available information. So I can probably go to the analysis section on Fusion Solar, right? And I can plot DC current and voltage of some inverters or some strings. And then I can ask GAIA Lens that, do you see any anomaly in the current and voltage? And if so, tell me why this anomaly exists. Yeah. So irrespective which platform you're on, it will answer that for you.
Interesting. So you can go from a very high level, but you can also go down to basically string level.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can, and we'll demonstrate in this webinar that one of the other problems is that, especially on inverter platforms, we get a lot of alerts from inverters. Yeah. You can go on your alerts page and just ask GAIA Lens that prioritize these alerts for me and tell me what's relevant for me. It will do that for you amongst thousands of alarms.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited to try it on a bigger, more kind of complex site. I'm very excited to try.
Of course, of course. Was I able to answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right, of course. No, thanks, Travis. All right, let's check what we got here. So on this page, it's a portfolio page of Autopilot. We have some key performance metrics at portfolio level, and then we have some plants where action is required, and it shows the average performance ratio, average specific yield, top 3 faults in these plants, and their severity. Okay. Now, based on this, let's say what GAIA Lens summarized. Okay. So it does the easy work first. It summarizes the KPIs. It summarizes the fault statistics, So there's a fault statistics bar. It pulls information off of that. And then it gives me information of each plant, what's going on. That's also easy. Now, look at this. The next one, what stands out operationally is the kind of information or insight I would like to dig out when I'm on a portfolio page. Yeah, it does that for me automatically. It says, PR is dipped week over week. The on hold rate is pretty high. This is the time I'll call up my technicians and be like, what's going on? Like, why aren't we resolving these issues and why they are on hold, for example? Yeah. It's telling me that one of the sites, there's a lot of issues of bypass diodes failing or they got burned, stuff like that. So that's the insight it extracted. And in the last section, it gives me a prioritized list of action. Okay. It understands, see, that's the power of the knowledge base and the context that we have given. It understands that, okay, there's a lot of bypass diode failures. We should probably get a thermal imaging or IV curve test done. So it's already suggesting me that and putting that as the first action that I should take, and then tells me that plan module replacements. Then it talks about, some grid voltage issues with one of the plants. Then it talks about, see, the third plant, it talks about open strings, some disconnected strings. It knows that a string getting disconnected, probably in a bigger plant, the loss is not as high. Yeah. So it keeps that as priority number 3. Okay. And then so on and so forth, right? So you see, that's when Juliette asked me and I was describing GAIA Lens. As a lens would do, it zoomed into the information, but that's not where it stops. It's an intelligent lens, right? It not only zooms into the information, it extracts and prioritizes the work for you. Yeah. And that's what, Travis, when you were talking about how I'm thinking, how do we implement in the business? I think in the world of AI, everyone is trying to optimize their time and let machine do the regular work. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we see, this being used. When people ask me, I say that I have been an asset manager myself. Yeah. Actually, the first 9 to 10 years of my career was as an asset manager. There's nothing that I couldn't have figured out or I didn't figure out. It's just that it took time. And at scale, it became an issue. Yeah. So that's what these agents are built to do. All right, we'll take a quick pause here and maybe ask our audience if anyone tried any interesting use case and what kind of results they got. We already have the feedback from Travis, so thanks for that. But yeah, anyone else who tried it during the session and they have something interesting to share?
Husseini, I know that you had installed it already. So have you been able to try it or not?
Yes, I have. I've installed it but I have an issue because my monitoring platform is not opening on Google Chrome. So if I open the extension on Google Chrome and I go back to another software, I am not able to add something inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
What they should
Maybe
say.
what you should try, Juliette, show the screenshot feature.
I was about to propose that solution. So on the GAIA Lens extension, you can also take screenshots. So for example, let's say that I want to take a screenshot.
But then you would have to take a screenshot of Google Chrome, or is what he's saying is his monitoring platform is not opening on Chrome.
Yes,
So
maybe for example, I'm using the monitoring platform of Illum. This is a separate software. and then when I open GAIA Lens when I open GAIA Lens in Chrome, I can do a screenshot outside Google Chrome. When I try to do it, it not allow.
Yeah.
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 Maybe try that. I'm curious, Juliette, if
I can share my screen and then try it.
let's do that. Let's try. I'm curious because it's also a new use case now.
Okay.
Because what I'm wondering, Juliet, is what if we take Google Chrome on half screen of laptop, the other half we still keep something else.
Let's
Will we be able to take the screenshot? I don't know.
so let's see. Why is it not? It's really not responsive. Exit from screen.
So Oseni, maybe
Yes.
what we try is put Google Chrome in half section of your screen, and on the
Okay.
other half put Elm, and then
Okay.
click on the screenshot in Gaia Lens and see if you are able to take screenshot of Elm.
Okay. Let me try it.
On my side, I cannot take the rest of my screen when I decrease the size of the Google Chrome.
Okay. So maybe it's
Yes,
just
I also notice this.
okay. But Elm
Yes.
does open on Google Chrome.
No, it's a software. It's a separate software that I have,
Okay.
and also sometime I can do my analysis and have a result, and I want to do a screenshot on Excel, for example, to put it on GAIA Lens and see the result. I don't know
Yeah.
if this function is actually usable.
I think it would. So let's say you download an Excel from Elm right now and just open that Excel in Google Chrome. So
Okay,
anything
okay.
that you're able to open on Google Chrome, you should be able to use Gaia Lens on top of it.
Yes, yes. But Elom is not.
Yeah.
Elom is a
I think
separate.
the restriction here would
Yes,
be that you need to be able to use Gaia Lens
yes.
on Google Chrome. My bad. Okay. Uh, Chinyere, were you able to use it?
I don't get you very well.
No, I'm asking another attendee if
Oh, okay,
she.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So go ahead. Were you able to use Gaia Lens?
I'm not yet able to. I'm not yet able to set up every section. I'm just trying to follow. I'm just trying to follow. I'm just trying to follow.
I think you logged in from two devices, so there's some like sound clash. But okay,
Maybe
let's. Yeah,
if you allow me, I will share my screen.
sure. Please go ahead.
Yes. Is it? I can't. I think you have to give me permission. Yes.
Maybe if you try now. Confirm. You should be able to. Are you able to see the sharing option?
Yes. Okay. Okay, now I'm sharing all my screen. Can you see the monitoring platform of Elo?
Yes.
Okay, you see this is a separate software. So here I'm
Mhm.
on with GAIA Lens,
Mhm.
and then it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe it's already open. Submit. Okay, here when I click on screenshot, it's only on Chrome that I can
Exactly.
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I try to go to another software, I lost the thing that permit me to do the screenshot. I
Exactly.
can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a restriction. You know, it's a free version, a smaller tool of the main
Yes.
Gaia tool. So
Yes. Even if I
yeah.
put my screen in two parts, it's the
Yeah.
same. When I
Yeah.
come on Chrome, I can do it, but when I go to another page, I can't.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's a restriction. I mean, we can play a little smart. I mean, we can maybe take a screenshot and open that screenshot on Google Chrome or
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you have this, I mean, you know, this should work.
Yes. Here I already try it. Here it's
Okay.
work. But
Okay.
for our large scale plants, sometimes we don't the monitoring platform is not on Chrome. You see.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's
This is
fine. But let's. I mean,
yes.
the Gaia tool, it can be used on anything. It's not restricted to Chrome, but Gaia Lens is. You know, it's just a miniature version of Chrome. But
Mm.
maybe you can open GAIA Lens here and then ask it to summarize or whatever question that you want to
Yes.
ask.
Yes. 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 Just
Yeah.
ask a question here, and you will replay me.
Yeah, just ask whatever that you want to know from this page.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Great. Great question to ask. And currently, help me understand, you are inside a particular plant or you're looking at a portfolio level?
It's a portfolio level, but
Okay.
is that I say for this plant, for this large scale plant, we have a separate monitoring platform. We
Right, right, right.
yes, we
If
can't
you
open
scroll
it
down,
on Chrome.
scroll down, let me see what other information this page has.
Yes, but I don't know if you are working for on it. If we can get a separate software for GLNG, it will be very good. Maybe a software, for example, a software as a Copilot that we can include it on other apps.
Exactly. So this is
Yes.
this is Gaia Lens. Like I said, it's a small free trial version. But then there is the main software is Gaia. And
Okay.
you
Okay.
can
Okay.
connect Gaia with any platform. It doesn't have to be on Google Chrome, I think, any platform. And
Ah.
then it does the work for you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
Also,
Okay.
Gaia has the memory of what has been chatted about on previous chats. It has access to historical data on the portfolio you
Mm,
are working on. So it's more condensed, it's very more comprehensive tool. But yeah, here it's just a very small glimpse on what is really GAIA capable of, whereas GAIA Live is more condensed. Yeah, as I said, it's more
Let me
compressed.
just time out. Backend did not. Is your internet speed okay? I think it should
Yeah,
be.
yeah, the internet is not good where I am. I'm
Okay.
on site actually, so the network is bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not a problem. But
Okay, but I think it's okay. I already tried it last time, and
yeah,
yes, and I think it's okay. But my issue was that I can't open it in another software. But I didn't know that this is a trial version.
yeah. It's a free version that you can just keep using. It will be free. You
Okay.
can also share it with your colleagues, and
Yeah, 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 for sure.
and they can use it as well. Uh,
Okay.
okay, great.
Okay,
Thanks.
no problem. Thank you very much. And for to have access of the full GIA software, I don't know if at the end of the meeting you will provide some information to have the access, for example, the prices and I don't know.
Of course. Of
Yes.
course, I think Juliet can get in touch with you and
Okay.
uh, and discuss those things. Yeah, that shouldn't
Okay,
be
no
okay.
problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. So let's try the last part, which is in the beginning we talked about changing the context, and Travis, this is something that even you can try and see. The tricky part is to be able to set a context as detailed as possible, right? So you're talking about using it for your business, right? Think of it, setting context is telling the person what exactly to do in scenario X, Y, and Z, right? So right now we gave the context of Juliet. Yeah, let's go to the context, and if we could put the next context. So right now the context is that, hey, Mr. Agent, you need to work as a PB diagnostics analyst. But now let's change it to what's the next context we have, Juliet?
So the next context will be an alert agent.
Okay, okay. So an alert agent, meaning that its work specifically is to look at all the alerts and tell me what to do. Yeah. But here's the trick. You see, setting the context wasn't easy for us, right? If I mean, if you'll see, it's a very, very long context where I am putting my business priorities. I'm saying that, look, if it's ground fault, it's a safety issue, it's very important for me. I want to fix it even if another site has an inverter shutdown, but one site has recurring ground fault. I want to go and fix the ground fault first. Yeah. Whatever that rule may be, right? Based on my business, I can set up those rules, okay, and tell the agent that in what role the agent should act, right? So let's keep this context, and let's go to the ticketing page, Juliet.
I need to reload because I changed the context and open again.
Okay. All right.
And
So go to tickets and let's remove all the filters. Let it be a long list of tickets. That's fine.
so I'm going to put
Okay. So we are looking at around 79 alerts at this point. Let's just ask it to prioritize it for us. So now what it's gonna do is It's going to read different sites. It's going to read the fault name. Is going to see how long that fault has persisted. What is the severity of a particular fault? So it will keep all of that in mind, and then it will keep the context at the back of the head. Yeah. And based on the context that we have set, this agent, it's the same agent with a different context now. And then it will help us prioritize. And this is where while setting the context, we can really, if we are able to very well define the business values that we want the agent to follow, we can really make the agent work for us. I can tell you that it took us a couple of days to really refine these contexts. And then we got to a point that, okay, with this context, every time the agent is giving me the answer that I want. Okay. So when you change the context, just try to test it on different scenarios. Yeah. And then you will see that, okay, it's not whichever section is not answering the most appropriate way, you go back to the context, change the context. Yeah. Because remember, the brain is still that smart brain, but we just need to tell it what to do. Yeah. So let's see. I think, yeah, it's for a human to skim through all the 79 alerts and being able to prioritize, it's gonna take, the request timeout.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe just copy paste that again. So yeah, I mean something that would take, anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour to really understand everything and being able to extract the actionable item. If it doesn't time out, then it should take a couple. Travis, please go ahead.
Those contexts. Now, those contexts are obviously quite complicated. I was just looking at the one. Now, the version that I'm using now, is that standard with no context?
No,
when we install.
it has the performance agent context by default. So you can click on that, like circle button on GAIA Lens, and
Yes.
will pop and you can see what context is in it.
So
And
I
if
did
the-
that.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have anything in there in the context.
Okay, then by default, it has the context of what's the default context, Juliette?
It's a performance analyst.
Is the performance analyst, the first one, the PDF that you have, it has that context by default.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's already there. Because when I click the circle, there's nothing in there. So I was just wanted to know if it's already in there and I just can't see it. So that was obviously the first question. And then the second one, I see you've put the second one in the chat there.
Yes.
Which is great. But it looks like building these contexts are not easy. And I mean, it looks like it takes a whole language and, so I think creating your own one would be quite difficult. But I think it's very cool. I really like this alert agent, and you can really get specific about the outcomes that you want to achieve. But it looks like actually writing those contexts could be quite a challenge.
Yeah. So, I would say, Travis, it's like training a new employee, something that would take a couple of weeks to a month. Giving the context is like training that agent. So it takes a couple of hits and trial. Like I said, it took us a couple of days to be able to come up with a context where we were able to test on multiple scenarios, and then it was giving accurate answer. Yeah. So yeah, it's a work. Yeah.
Is it a specific language, or I mean, like a specific software language or something?
No,
it's
just plain English. Plain English.
Okay. No, I just see obviously with all the kind of like apostrophes and all the I don't know what's the right name for it.
No, maybe our team just made it look a little bit fancy, but yeah,
Okay.
it's as simple as you just keep typing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. I'll play around with that a little bit, but thank you.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's check what it did. So it created a table, and there's nothing in high priority. 79 alerts. It was able to tell me based on my business use case that there's nothing high priority. So if I'm in a rush, I check this and be like, to hell with the 79 alerts. But then there's 9 medium priority. I check them. So think of it, 79. Really, 9 are medium priority, and then there's low, and the other ones are something that, either I can't do anything about or it's not as severe yet. Yeah. So you see the speed, something that would have taken us like minimum 30 minutes. Yeah. We would have downloaded, probably put it into an Excel, as Oseni was saying, and then we would do a few things to come up with the actionable item. Yeah. And this is also something, the reason, Travis, we particularly wrote context of this agent, and we try to keep it as universal as possible so that people can use it off the bat, is because our clients tell us that, oh, we are just so overwhelmed, we just keep getting alarms. We are overwhelmed to a point that either we have stopped alarms or we have stopped bothering ourselves looking at them. And it's just that digging gold out of that alarm, right? And yeah. So that's about it. So we are almost at the end here. These are just 2 use cases what GAIA Lens can do, but Juliette, I let you take this webinar to an end.
Yes. Thank you, Shankaransh. So I just shared on the chat again the other context if you want to have a look at it, Travis. So now you have the alert agent or the performance analysis agent.
Yes, thank you.
So that you can as well compare directly. And thank you very much for your questions, for the feedback, for trying out the tool. It's really helping us as well to keep improving and having more use cases to listen to, which is very interesting. And anyway, I'm going to follow up with you all like regarding how it is going and stuff. Maybe as well show you at some point GAIA Live, which I believe is so exciting. It's very impressive tool. I can do so many things as well, like not only on alerts, it can do ticketing, you can receive daily like emails like on your email directly saying, okay, like you have to tackle this as a priority for today. So it can do so many things that is really saving time. That's the main goal. So yeah, I'm going to follow up with you both on this point in the next coming days, and I hope to show you GAIA Live itself. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you very much for attending this webinar. It was nice seeing you and discussing, and I wish you a nice evening as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sunny. Bye.
Yeah, bye.